not having variable is called as constant over here. Hello friends, welcome to Audioboard. I'm your quant faculty Priyanka here. So friends, we are starting with the new topic, that is linear equations in two variable. Okay, now from this topic you can expect very easy questions in exam. Generally word based questions would be asked, so converting them into equation would be the issue. Now many of you might not be even aware about the basics, that is what is the meaning of expression, what is the meaning of linear equation or the two variables. Okay, so friends, let's begin with the starting part with the definition of variable, constant and the equation over here. So let us begin. So first of all, what is the meaning of algebraic expression over here? So based on algebraic expression, many of the things would be solved. So read and value over here. So here there are certain set of variable and constant. Okay, now I'll explain you what is the meaning of variable, what is the meaning of constant. They are separated by addition or subtraction sign. Okay, so you may get equation like 4x square minus 5y plus z square like this is equal to 0. Okay, so what is the meaning? I have these terms which are separated by addition or subtraction. Now these terms are composed of two things. Can you observe this x, y and z? So x, y, here z also you have. These are called as variable because their value will keep on changing. There will not be any constant or fixed value. Okay, so these are called as variables over here. So you can see here in the first equation how many variables do we have? X as well as y. Okay, this is x and this is y. Only these are the variables over here. I hope it is clear. Then the second term is constant. Now what is the meaning of constant? Whatever value is not having variable is called as constant over here. So with 5 you do not have any x, y or z. That means this 5 number is nothing but the constant over here. Is this part clear? And along with variable, whatever constant value I am writing, this is called as coefficient over here. Okay, so please remember this is called as coefficient of, suppose this is x square. Okay, this value is x square, not x2. So coefficient of x square is 3, coefficient of y is 2, coefficient of xy is 7. Likewise, I think it is clear. So whenever you are separating such terms using addition or subtraction, whatever value, whatever expression I will get, I will call that expression as an algebraic expression over here. So I hope the basic definition of expression is clear. Okay, now second, let us read it once. So what I have given you, what are the meaning of constant? Constants are that part of algebraic expression which involve only number. This is very, very important. So for example, here there is expression, you can observe minus 4 is the part which is not having any variable. So I'll call this as a constant. Are you getting it? Second term minus 4 is an constant. So minus should also be mentioned because you are talking about the term over here. Minus 4 is the constant in this case. Second one, what is the meaning of variable? The part which is changing or varying, that is called as variable. So whatever x, y, z letters are given, those many variables would be present over here. Okay. So for example, here you can observe x and y are the variable. So in the above example, if I take x and y are the variable. Okay, there are not constant. The value of these can be changed from time to time. So I think this is very, very important. Now, let me tell you one more definition over here about the algebraic expression. So this algebraic expression can be classified. Okay, let me tell you the types of this, not the definition. What all are the types of this algebraic expression? So if you have only one term involved, I will call it as a monomial. Mono means single. When I have two terms involved, I'll call it as a binomial. Binomial means two terms. Polynomial means n number of terms. Okay, so monomial, binomial, trinomial. Okay, likewise, you can remember how many terms are there. For example, if I'm talking about monomial, you can write 5x. This is monomial. 2, only 2, the constant value. This is nothing but my one value, which is a monomial. When I'm talking about binomial, I can write x square plus 2. I can write y square plus yz. Any two terms you write, that is called as binomial over here. Polynomial means any number of terms I can have, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, even these are polynomial. Okay, polynomial means n terms. If it is 1, I'll call it as monomial. 2, it is binomial, but all are polynomial only. I think it is clear. Okay, so given are the definition monomial, this is the example 7xy. It is having only one value, one term. Okay, then here you have two terms separated by the addition sign. So this is binomial expression. Now polynomial means more than two terms over here. Any value more than two terms, I'll call it as a polynomial over here. Okay, let me move on to the next basic definition. Now this is where many students make mistake. What is the difference between algebraic expression and the algebraic equation? Okay, now rather than telling you the definition directly, I would like you to observe few of the examples over here. The first example is 5x. Okay, these are the example of expression. 5x, 2x minus 3, 3x plus y, 2xy plus 5. Okay, these are the for example of your algebraic expression. When I'm talking about equation, this is my equation. This is my second equation. Can you see what is the difference between the two? Yes, so here you do not have equal to sign. Are you getting it? Here I'm just saying 2x minus 3. But whereas when I say it is an equation, I have to put equality sign over here. You can write 0, you can write 5. Any value can be there, but that has to be a equal to sign. Are you getting? Whereas I'm talking about expression, there will not be equal to sign. So whatever value you have defined over here, all of these were expression because equal to sign was not given. I think it is clear. So that is the definition of algebraic equation when I have equality sign involved. Okay. So what is written? Equality sign involving the variable. So you have variable and you have also the equality sign which is making some part as left hand side and some part as right hand side. So whatever lies on the right hand side of equal to will be right hand side. Whatever lies on the left hand side of equal to is left hand side over here. I think it is clear. So this is called as LHS or left hand side and whatever present on the right hand side is called as RHS over here. Let me move on to the next part now. I think it is clear what is the meaning of equations. Now let me define what is the meaning of linear equation over here. Linear means the power is 1 over here. The power of variable should be 1 over here. Now you know variable is nothing but the later. So later index or the power should be 1. For example, let me observe here what is the power 2. Here what is the power 1. Here it is, there is no value means it is 0. So if I talk about overall equation, because there is equal to sign over here. So if I'm talking about this equation, what is the maximum power? 2 is the maximum power. So this is having power of 2. So it is not a linear equation. It is not a linear equation. Are you getting it? So maximum power of any variable should be 1. That is the basic definition. I think it is clear. Now here if you observe here, this term has power of 1, this has 0. What is the maximum power over here? 1 is the maximum power. 1 is the maximum power, so it is a linear equation. Why linear? Because there is one power equation. Why? Because there is equal to 0. I think it is clear. Now can you observe what is the difference between these two? Here if you observe, this term is having power of 1. This is also having power of 1. So maximum power here is 1. So can I say this is also a linear equation? Yes, you are absolutely right. This is also a linear equation over here. But what is the difference between them then? Here you have linear equation in one variable. This is a linear equation in one variable because here you just have one variable, that is x. Here you have linear equation in two variable because there are two variable x and y. So this is also a linear equation, but I will call it as linear equation in two variable. Are you getting it? Now can you tell me? You can just pause the video and figure out what would you call this as. Here it is 1, 1, 1. Again a linear equation. So it is a linear equation, but it is equation in 3 variables. So there are 3 variables x, y and z. So I think it is clear how I am writing the linear equation over here. Okay, so basic definition is clear. Maybe based on this, you will be given with 4 equation. They'll ask you which of the following is linear equation in 2 variable. So you should know what is linear equation, what is 2 variable, and accordingly you should mark your answer. So I think it is clear. Now, let me give you, now what is our topic? Linear equations in 2 variables. So, I have to solve these 2 questions over here which is having 2 variables. Now, this is very important. If you have x to the power 1 over here or y to the power 1, means there is only one solution of this. What is the meaning of solution? Whatever value I will write here. So, suppose I have 4x plus 3y plus 2. Okay, now whatever value I am writing for x and y, I should get this overall value as 0. That is called as a solution of this equation. Are you getting my point? Yes. So whatever values you can satisfy this equation, that is called as solution of the equation. Now when you have to calculate the solution, the number of equations. So this is one equation and there are 2 variables over here. So if you have 2 variables, to solve this, you will need 2 equations. Are you getting my point? If you have 2 variable, 2 equation, 3 variable, 3 equation. Likewise, you have to take those many number of equation. I think it is clear what I am trying to tell you. Okay. So there would be one value of x, one value of y. Here also same value you have to write and both should be solved over here. Okay. So that you will call as a linear equation solution. Okay, so I hope it is clear. So here A1, B1, C1, these are the constant value. These are not variables. Okay, though I have written later, there would be value like this. So they'll give you something like this, 5x plus 6y plus 3. This is equal to 0. This is your first equation. This is your second equation. So how many variable? Only x and y are variable. These are just written for generalized format, but they are some constant value. Okay, so here I have given you example. This is your one equation. This is your another linear equation, but there are 2 variables x and y, x and y. Okay, now next important point is you have to remember what is the meaning, geometrical meaning of these linear equation. So many of you might be aware already, whatever these linear equations are there, they are nothing but a straight line in 2 dimensions. So when I am saying x and y, this is my x-axis, this is my y-axis, whatever value I am saying, there would be one line corresponding to that. Are you getting? So for example, suppose if I give you x minus y is equal to 0, means x is equal to y. Okay, so if x value is 1, y would be 1. If x is 2, y would be 2. Likewise, you can plot all the points which are satisfying this over here. That will give you line on the xy axis. I think it is clear. Okay, now when I'm saying pair of linear equation in 2 variable, there would be 2 straight lines because I have 2 equations now. So I'm going to get 2 lines in this case. Isn't it clear? Because here you have only one linear equation. Here I am talking about pair of linear equation. So there would be 2 lines now. Now when I have 2 lines, there would be few combination of these 2 lines. Okay, what all could be the combination of these 2 lines? First combination is this. They will cut each other at one point. Okay, second one is this. They are parallel, so they will never cut each other. These 2 lines are parallel, so they will never cut each other. And third situation is they are lying on each other, or I will call they are coincident. Okay, they are lying on each other. That is nothing but the coincident line. Are you getting? So these are the only possibilities. Can you imagine and think of any other possibilities other than this? Yes? No? So only these 3 conditions would be possible. Either they will meet at 1 point, 0 point, parallel means there will not be solution, and here many point over here. Okay, now whenever you are solving the equation, these 3 conditions have certain name. Okay, whenever it is intersecting at 1 point, okay, it is intersecting at 1 point, I will call it has unique solution. What will you call it as? It has unique solution or single solution over here. Are you getting it? Now there are certain conditions. So they will give you 2 lines. They will ask you when it will be having unique solution. I will be telling you those conditions. But that is the reason you should know the meaning of unique solution. Means your lines are in intersecting. Now when your lines are parallel, they will never meet each other. That means there will not be any solution. Okay, solution means solution means there has to be certain common point between them. I think it is clear. And third situation is there wherein you have infinite point. Can you see all this part is overlapping? Means I will have infinite solution. So this is called as having infinite solution. Are you getting? So whenever you have two equation, either they will be cutting at one point, that is unique solution. They will not cut at all, that is no solution, or they will cut at many point, which is infinite solution. Okay, so for these three conditions, you have to remember certain conditions based on which you can decide whether it is having unique solution, whether it is having one solution, or infinite, or no solution at all. Okay, so based on that, I have written those conditions over here. So you can just form this image into your mind. So the reason behind putting this image is, when you put the image in your mind, that remains for a long time in your mind. Okay, it will become easier for you. Now when I give two linear equation, they are basically classified into consistent and non-consistent. Now what is the meaning of consistent? When you have some solution. Okay, when you have some solution, that is called as consistent line. You may have infinite, you may have one. Okay, so here you may have one, you may have infinite, so one is lying on the other. Both of these are consistent. But when I'm not having any solution, one line is like this, other line is like this, I will call them as inconsistent over here. Okay, so you in exam also, they will ask you which of the following is inconsistent set of equations. Okay, inconsistent means you have to figure out which of them are parallel lines over here. They do not have solution. Okay, so in consistent one, you have two cases. Okay, in consistent one, you have two cases where one is you have intersecting lines and one is coincident lines over here. Okay, now how will you check? Suppose if I give you any two solution, okay, any two equation over here, if a1 and a2, a1 by a2 ratio is not equal to b1 by b2 ratio, I will call it as an intersecting line. Let me give you example. Suppose if I give you 4x plus 3y is equal to 9, and suppose if I give you 2x plus y is equal to 4. Can you observe a1 by a2, this is 2, b1 by b2, this is 3. Okay, so this is 2 not equal to 3. Both of them are intersecting line. One would be like this, other would be like this. So what will you call? They will have unique solution over here. So without calculating the value, just observing this coefficient, you can tell me whether your value is consistent, whether you have one solution, whether you have infinite solution, likewise. Are you getting my point? Now when will you call them as coincident lines? Same lines over here. All the variables should be same. Ratio of all the variables should be same over here. Remember, all A, B, C, all the three should be same. For example, if I give you 2x plus 3y is equal to 9. Suppose second equation is 4x plus 6y is equal to 18. Can you observe 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2? All the values are 1 by 2, means I will have infinite solution over here. Okay, both of the lines are none than the same. Okay, so I will have infinite solution over here. And what is the meaning of parallel line? First two would be same, but the constant part will not be same. For example, if I give you 2x plus y plus 3 is equal to 0, and suppose if I give you 4x plus 2y plus 9 is equal to 0. Now this ratio is 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Here you are getting 1 by 3. It is not equal. Though these two are equal, this ratio is not equal. So you will not have any solution over here. No solution. That means I will call them as inconsistent pair of line. I think it is clear. So this condition you have to remember, when first two itself are not equal, unique solution. All the three are equal, infinite solution. And the C part is not equal, no solution at all. Okay, so this condition will be directly asked in your exam. Now I have explained that through the example and written it in the tabular format so that it will be easier for you to remember. Can you observe over here? This is 1 by 3. Okay, this is minus 1 by 2. Both of the values are different. Even this is different. Here it is 0, 0 by 20. All three are different. They are intersecting line. They have only one solution. They are intersecting line. They will have only one solution. Observe here. Here it is 1 by 2. Here also it is 1 by 2. And here also it is 1 by 2. All three are equal. Means I will call them as coincident line. All the three are coincident lines over here. That means I will have infinite solution. Now first two conditions are consistent solution. Means you have certain solution. And last one is you are not going to have solution. So it is inconsistent one. Check it over here. 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2. But this part is not equal. Third part is not equal. They would be parallel line. So they will give you certain equation. They'll ask you when lines are intersecting, when lines are coincident. So you have to remember these conditions very carefully. Okay, because based on this, many questions would be there in your exam. Let us solve a few questions based on that. So you can just pause the video and figure out the answer on your own. Okay, so find out which of the following line represent linear equation intersecting at one point, they are parallel or they are coincident. Okay, so here if you observe a1 by a2, 5 by 7, this is minus 4 by 6. Whether they are equal? Not equal. So first condition is satisfied. A1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. So what will you have? You will have unique solution over here, or I will call them as they will intersect at one point. I think it is clear, something like this. Second one, here if you observe a1 by a2, 1 by 2, b1 by b2, 1 by 2, c1 by c2, 1 by 2. All are equal, means they are parallel lines. Okay, this is symbol of parallel. So they are parallel lines, or you can say, sorry, not parallel, they are coincident line. As all the values are same, I'm extremely sorry, this value would be coincident lines over here. Coincident line means you will have infinite solution. Okay, infinite solutions over here. And in the last part, here you have 6 by 2, that is 3, minus 3 by minus 1, again 3, but this is not equal to 10 by 9. Okay, this is not equal to 10 by 9. So what will you call? No solution, or they are parallel lines. They are parallel lines over here. So I think it is clear. Out of this, can you tell me which one would be consistent? This would be consistent. This would be consistent. Here it will be inconsistent over here. So I think it is clear how to figure out. Now let me solve one word based question based on the same. So here, based on this word based, you need to first convert it into equation and then solve it. So 5 pencil and 7 pen cost together is 50 rupees, whereas 7 pencil and 5 pen cost 46 rupees. Find the cost of 1 pencil and 1 pen. Now whatever value they are asking you, you just assume this as x and pen value as y. So 5 pencil, 1 pencil is x, 5 pencil would be 5x. 7 pen would be 7y. This is equal to 50. Second one, 7 pencil means 7x. Yes, and 5 pen means 5y. This is equal to 46. Now you still, so far, you do not know how to solve the equation. So I am going to tell you one short trick in this. What is the short trick? Whatever options are there, you just try to, substitute those value and figure out which is giving you the solution. Okay, by substitution method, which is a very good shortcut. Let me substitute first value over here. What will you get? 5 3s are 15. 7 into 5, 35. Can you check? You are getting 50 over here. I am getting 50 over here. Now first equation is satisfied. Let me substitute it in the second equation. What will you get? 7 3s are 21. 5 5s are 25. If you add both of these values, that is 46, which is your right hand side part. Are you getting it? So just by substitution also you can solve the equation. 3 comma 5 would be the solution over here. Are you all getting it? Now I'm going to tell you the shortcut also how you can solve these equations. Okay, but now for time being, you remember this substitution method. You can try it in one more question. So here they are asking you, find the value of x and y. So I'll just try to substitute the value in each equation. So 5 into 0.2, 5 2s are 10. You have to put decimal also, so it will become x. Here also y you substitute, it will become, it is 1. If you calculate y is equal to 1, this will be 0.3. What I am getting? 1.3. That is what I want on the right hand side. Check it for the second one. Put x equal to 5. 5 4s are 20. So this decimal is also there. So you will get 2. Next value 0.5. You have to write 0.5. You are getting 2.5. You want 2.3. So this is not possible. First one is not possible. Let me substitute that in the first equation over here. 0.2 into 0.2. 0.4. Here this is 3. 3 3s are 9. 0.9. You are getting 1.3. First one is satisfied. Second one, can you put this 2 over here? 0.4 into 2. 0.8. Next you have 3 into 1.5. 1.3. 1.5. 5 3s are 15. So 1.5. If you solve, you are going to get 2.3. Both are satisfied. So B is the correct answer. So I think it is clear how to substitute these values. Okay, so this is how using substitution you can get x and y. But always it is not possible. So you should also know the procedure how to calculate x and y values. Okay, so let me tell you how to get the x and y values. Now this is very, very important slide. Please pay attention how I am solving these equations over here. Now there are two ways to do this. One is a shorter way. One is a longer way over here. Not longer, but it is a basic way. Now this is your basic way. Now using basic way, how we solve it? This is your first equation. X plus y is equal to 14. This is my second equation. Now when I want answer, either I have to cancel y or I have to cancel x. Okay, so both of the coefficient you have to observe. Now if you observe, first equation is x plus y is equal to 14. What is the equation over here? X minus y is equal to 4. Now if you observe, if I add both of these equations, y would be automatically cancelled. Right? Y would be cancelled. What will you get? This will be cancelled. This will become 2x is equal to 14 plus 4, 18. What are you getting? X equal to 9. Now once you are getting x equal to 9, you have to put that in any one equation. You can put it in first equation or you can put it in second equation. Both will give you same answer. Okay, now I am putting it in first equation. 9 plus y is equal to 14. So y value would be equal to 5. Are you getting it? You can check it here as well. 9 minus 5 would be 4. X is 9, y is 5. 9 minus 5 is 4 over here. That is how you have to solve the equation. Are you getting it? Now let me try it over here. So if you observe the previous equation, now here you do not have same variable. Now what will you do? You have to try to make x value as same or y value as same. Are you getting? Now if I want to make first as 0.4, what will you do in this case? So let me just erase this part over here. B option is the correct one. So you want to make this as 0.4. So what will you do? You have to multiply this by 2. This equation by 1. Are you getting? So whatever LCM you will get, you have to make it same. So if you multiply this by 2, what will you get? 0.4x, 0.6y is equal to 2.6. And here what will you get over here? 0.4x, 0.5y, this is equal to 2.3. So if I can, now I want to cancel x, so you have to subtract. If you subtracting, what will you get over here? 0.1y, this is equal to 0.3. So what would be y over here? Y is 3. Once I'm getting y is equal to 3, you can substitute it in any one of the equation. So what would be the value? 0.4x plus 0.5 into 3. 0.5 into 3 means 1.5. This is equal to 2.3. So what would be my value? 0.4x is equal to 0.8. X would be equal to 2. Are you getting the same solution? So I hope it is clear. You have to make these coefficients same. That is the only condition over here. But this way it is very tedious to get the answer. Okay. So rather than doing this, I'm going to teach you a very good shortcut. What is that shortcut? That is nothing but the cross multiplication method. Now let me explain you what is cross multiplication method over here. So what values you got in this case? You got x is 9, y is 4. Okay, x is 9 and y is 4. Now let me tell you by the shortcut over here. Now for shortcut, please remember, please pay attention how I am solving it. So when you are doing this shortcut, you have to take this 14 on the other side. So x plus y minus 14. So always represent it in this format. X minus y minus 4. Now it is a cross method, means you have to multiply in 4. You have to multiply them in 4 over here. So if I am talking about x value, forget about this, just multiply remaining coefficients. Not the complete value, only coefficient. So this is 1. 1 into minus 4 would be minus 4. And subtract this from the other multiplication. Minus 1 minus 14. So positive 14. So write positive 14 here. Are you getting the numerator? What I have done? I have multiplied this coefficient. 1 into minus 4, that is minus 4. Minus 1 minus 14, that is positive 14. You have to subtract it from here. Okay, and denominator, what you have to write? You have to write 4 over here. You have to write 4 over here. So 1 into minus 1 would be minus 1. And 1 into positive 1. So 1 into positive 1, that is nothing but minus 1 again. Okay, so I hope all of you are getting it. This is 1. This value would be minus 1 and I am subtracting it from the other product, that is 1 over here. So I hope it is clear how I have calculated the value. Now you can divide this. What will you get? Minus 18 minus 2. What are you getting? X value as 9. Directly I got first value over here as 9 in this case. Now once I get x, I can substitute it here and I will get y. So 9 plus y minus 14 is equal to 0. So y would be equal to 5. Only these 2, 4 you have to remember. Okay, so if I am generally talking about this, now let me write down the general formula so that it will become more clear to you. A1x plus b1y plus c1, this is equal to 0. A2x plus b2y plus c2, this is equal to 0. So what you have to write? This 4. So that is b1 c2 minus b2 c1 divided by this 4, that is a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Are you getting it? This is how you have to calculate the x. So I think this shortcut is clear. So I am going to explain you few of the question so that it will become more clear to you. Let me move on to the first question. Now don't apply the basic method. I want you to apply the shortcut over here. So you can just pause the video and try the shortcut on your own. Okay. So how will you solve this? X value I am writing. Just multiply them in 4. So you will get minus 8 minus, this is minus 2 and minus 10. Positive 20. So you will get minus 20. Okay. And this 4 over here. So it will be minus 6 minus 8. Minus 6 minus 8. So what would be the value? Minus 28 minus 14, that is nothing but positive 2. If you are getting 2, just substitute it over here in the first equation. So what will I get? 3 2s are 6 plus 4y minus 10 is equal to 0. So 4y is equal to 4, y is equal to 1. So what is your solution? X is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1. This would be my solution. You can check it here as well. 2 2s are 4 and 2 into 1. So you are getting 2 value. I think it is clear. Let me solve one more question so that it will become more clear now. 3x minus 4y minus 4 is equal to 0. Again, take it on one side. 9x minus 2y minus 7 is equal to 0. When I am talking about x, multiply them in 4. 7 5s are 35 minus this is 8 divided by 3 2s are minus 6 minus of minus 45 because here you have 9 5s are 45. Just calculate what value you are getting over here. This is 27, yes, and divided by this value, so that is nothing but 39, right? So 45 minus 6, that is 39. So you can divide this value over here. 9 by 13 would be x. If 9 by 13 is x, you can calculate y accordingly. Okay, so I think it is clear how to apply the 4 method. Now this question is interesting because you have decimal. Let me try this completely. 0.2x, 0.3y minus 1.3 equal to 0. 0.4x, 0.5y minus 2.3 is equal to 0. Just try it. What would be x value? Cross multiply these two values over here. So what would be the product in this case? 0.3 into 2.3. Okay, so you can write down 0.69. Right, 0.69 minus this value would be 0.65. Okay, minus of minus because already minus, and this would also be minus over here, divided by this value. So 5 2s are 10 in this case, so that is 0.1 minus 0.12. So you can check what value you are getting. Minus 0.69 plus 0.65 upon this is nothing but minus 0.02. So this is nothing but 0.04 upon 0.02. So what would be your solution? X would be equal to 2. If x is equal to 2, you can write it here. 0.4 plus 0.3y is equal to 1.3. If it goes on the other side, 0.3y is equal to 0.9. So y would be equal to 3. So 2 and 3 would be the solution in this case. So I think it is clear how to apply the shortcut. Now let us solve few questions based on the words over here. 5 years hence the age of Rahul will be 3 times that of his son. Okay, and 5 years ago Rahul's age was 7 times that of his son. What are their present ages? Okay, now let me assume their present ages is Rahul and son. Okay, suppose this is R and this is S. Now this is present value. Now when I am saying 5 years hence, so plus 5, this will become R plus 5 and this will become S plus 5. What is given? 5 years ago it was 7 times. So 5 years ago means minus 5. This will be R minus 5. This would be S minus 5. Okay, so what would be your first equation over here? Rahul's age would be 3 times. So R plus 5 is 3 times of S plus 5. Okay, so you can substitute the value. That way also it will be easy. And R minus 5, it is 7 times of his son. So S minus 5. Okay, so using substitution, easily you can check. So for example, if I am writing 50, this will become 55. If you are writing 10 over here, 10 plus 5 is 15, 3s are 45 is not coming. First one will not be the answer. Let me check the second one, 60. Suppose if I take Rahul's age is 60 over here. This would be 65. So son's age is 20. 20 plus 5 is 25 into 3. You are getting 75. Again not equal. So this is also not possible. Are you all getting it? Now let me try the third option over here. So using option, it is very easy. Rather than solving the equation, you can use options in many of the cases. 40 plus 5 would be 45. This is equal to 3 in bracket 10 plus 5, that is 15. So you will get left hand side equal to right hand side. Possible? Let me check it here as well. 40 minus 5 is 35. 7 minus 10 minus 5. So 7 5s are 35. Both are satisfied. So this is their present age. I think it is clear. Now let me solve one more question. The fraction become 9 by 11 if 2 is added to both numerator and denominator. Let me assume my fraction is x by y. Okay, if you are adding 2 to numerator and denominator, x plus 2, y plus 2, it is becoming 9 by 11. And if 3 is added to both of them, so x plus 3, y plus 3, this is equal to 5 by 6. Now cross multiply, 11x plus 22 is equal to 9y plus 18. If I take it on one side, 11x minus 9y, this is equal to minus 4. And what will you write for this? 6x plus 18. Cross multiply, this will be equal to 5y plus 15. Now you can just solve this. 6x minus 5y is equal to minus 3. Now I can write down both of my equation. 11x minus 9y plus 4 is equal to 0. And what is second one? 6x minus 5y plus 3. Apply the cross method. So what will you get? Minus 27 minus of minus 20. Okay, and apply it here. Minus 55 minus of minus 54. So what would be my answer? If I calculate this value, it would be minus 7 divided by, I can check it over here, minus 1. So that is nothing but 7 by 1, or 7 would be x value. You can write 7 over here. 77 plus 9y plus 4. Sorry, 77 minus 9y plus 4. This is equal to 0. So you can calculate what value you are getting for the x over here. So likewise, you have to simply calculate the value of x and y, that will give you fraction. So I'm not completely solving it. You can try the question on your own. So next question, sum of digit of two number is 9. So sum of the two digit number x plus y is 9. Now 9 times this number. Now if digits are x and y, this is very important. Suppose if I give you 15 is my number. So how will you write it in terms of digit? 10 into first one, that is 1, plus 5. Okay, 10, because the place value is 10 over here. So what is your number? 10x plus y. So what they have given you, 9 times this number. So 9 times of this is twice the number obtained by reversing the digit. So that is 9 into 10y plus x. Now you will get two equation using this. So I think it is clear, 9 times this number is twice the number. So this will be 2 over here. Solve this. 90x plus 9y. This is equal to 20y plus 2x. If you take it on one side, 88x minus 11y, this is equal to 0. That is 8x minus y is equal to 0. Now easily you can solve both of the equation over here. So add both of them. 9x is equal to 9. X would be 1. If x is 1, y is 8 over here. Okay, so what is your number? 18 is my number. So I think that solves your doubt. This is how we are going to solve any numerical based question based on the linear variable over here. Okay, so that is what I have for today. I hope you must have understood all these parts over here, and please practice few more questions based on the same, so that you will be easily able to solve the question in the exam. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned with Audible.